Aerosmith is just an iconic band that we just had to make a pinball machine for.
We did 30 minutes of lip syncing, like animation, real lip syncing of Steven Tyler singing each song.
And you hit the start button and you hear the music start playing. You're like, whoa, that's pretty cool. I remember that music when I first heard it.
My name is John Borg, and I'm a game designer at Stern Pinball, Inc. I've probably done about 25 or 30 games over the years. Back in the 90s, I did Guns N' Roses, and I've recently done Metallica and Kiss, and now Aerosmith. I started working on the project about a year ago, and I looked at some of the things that were on the Aerosmith albums and things that were in the songs, and the two things that stood out the most that I went after was the toy box from Toys in the Attic and the elevator from Lovin' an Elevator. I had Dirty Donnie, who's the artist on Aerosmith, take a look at the toy box. I told him I wanted to do a toy box with a Jester character busting through the lid. And he sent me an ink drawing of what the toy box and the character would look like, and I just about fell over because it's gorgeous. Together with the programmer, I lay out the game. I put up inserts, for initial game rules, and some things look better on paper than they do in reality. We go back, we make a lot of changes where, it's like we're trying to hit a moving target, the whole time we're working on the game.
My name is Lonnie Robb, and I am a software engineer here at Stern Pinball. The best part about working on the Aerosmith Pinball project, it's always with music-themed games, it's the music. Music's influenced all of us. When you first heard Toys in the Attic, you never thought of a toy box and a Jackie, and he's talking to you, and that's what we do. The LCD display has roots in our previous display. Our last display was a 128 by 32 display. I can do cooler things with this display relative to the game. You make the shot. I see a semi pull up, honk honk, make another shot. I see a limo pull up, fans are cheering. So while all that's happening, the ball goes into the pop bumpers, pop, 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 on top of all of that. The reason why that's important, cool in pinball is if I can make one shot that will do three rules at once, my score is going to be like times three or some, add all three of those things together. When you do get there, and you finally do set up the sequence where you have 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 things all going at the same time, you're like, this is just like harmony. It is a finely tuned instrument.
My name is Charles Ernst. I am the CG art director. I help facilitate all of our fancy new technology that's gone into the LCD monitors. So usually the designer, John and Greg, kind of flesh out stuff in advance. And then by the time Lonnie is brought in on programming, and then me, we kind of already have like an established look that we're going to try to make work. With Aerosmith, they play a lot of small venues and large venues, but they don't have like a theme that kind of goes with Aerosmith. They're just a rock band's rock band. I mean, Steven Tyler does some crazy stuff, but for the most part, those guys are just up there playing and rocking and doing their thing. So all your 70s bands, like back in the day, 60s and 70s, the bands had like cartoon versions. Like the Monkees even had like a cartoon version of themselves. The Beatles, and so far it's been getting pretty good feedback from everybody. They were like, "Oh, that's great! It's funny. They're playing in a honky tonk, and now they're playing like, why are they on the roof of a bus? That's hilarious." For me, those are enjoyable things. Those are like, "Hey, I made this happen," and most of the time you show it to somebody, they're like, he sings. What do you want? Congratulations. I don't know. So it's kind of fun in that you did something that nobody's done before with software that wasn't meant to do those things.
We went to CES show with the game a few weeks ago, and it was listed in the top 5 best products of the show. So we were pretty happy about that.
There's a lot of thought they put into it, and it was a lot of thought by people that were pinball nuts.
When you see a magic trick, then you go, do it again. If we've done our job, they play the game and it's over, and they go, I won't play it again.